Hey class, this video is on our next unit. We're pretty much focusing on geometry, and this next unit is on transformations. So what is a transformation? Before going to that, I just want to talk about the notes. I've already pre-written everything, so I'm just going to go through what I've written. So fill this out as I go along. If I'm going too fast, just pause it so you can make sure that you get all the notes that are necessary. So what is a transformation? It is a way to alter points, lines, and shapes by a series of instructions. We'll talk about the main instructions for different shapes that we'll be transforming. But let's talk about two key vocab terms. The first thing is congruence. Just like we have equal signs for equations, we have this symbol. It looks like an equal sign with this squiggly symbol on top of the equal sign. Congruent means two items, two shapes are the same shape and the same size. So over here, I just drew like two people, like same shape, same height, all that stuff, kind of like myself and my brother. Yeah, we look pretty similar. Similar. So for something to mean similar, it's just one squiggly line. It means same shape, right? So if it's like a square, then the other thing that's going to be similar to it is also a square, but possibly different size. It could be the same size, so these two things are also similar. But here I just drew like a donkey or something, I don't know what that is, and then a smaller donkey. Okay, right, same shape, same thing, but just different size. Okay, the notation. There are two notations. One that's going to be represented as the pre-image, and then the image. So a pre-image typically will label shapes or the angles with a letter. So a pre-image is the shape before a transformation. Okay, so in a letter for that could be A. The image, so we have pre-image before, we have image for after, a shape after a transformation. So what happened after it? It is A with this little like kind of apostrophe symbol. It's a 1. It does not mean A to the first power. It just means A prime. So it's a different notation. It's a different way of writing. That's what we call that symbol. Okay, so let's look at the main transformations that we'll be looking at. There are other transformations, but we'll probably talk about those in class. So the first one is reflection. It's when we flip a shape over a line. So over here we have a line called M, and we have a triangle of A, B, and C for the different angles. After we reflect that, we have kind of a mirror image, but just like after we have like, this is a pre-image, if I reflect it, that becomes the image. But after we transform that, reflect it, the symbols A, B, and C, those are altered a little bit. We just call this A prime, B prime, and C prime. And just off to the right, these two things are congruent, same shape and same size. Okay, rotation. That's turning or spinning a shape from a point. So we have a shape over here it's like a rectangle, A, B, C, D for the different vertices. And we have a point P. If I were to rotate that, the orientation just means like the order, is changed a little bit. But we have A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. These are pretty much the same exact thing. It's just we have different ways of notating, and this is also congruent. Translation, meaning I'm moving something, I'm moving an object from some place to another place. So over here I have a triangle with vertices, right? The different angles, it's just cat, C-A-T. If I move it, it's still the same triangle, right? Same shape, same size, but I'm calling it cat prime, right? C prime, A prime, and T prime, also congruent. And our last one, dilation. I don't know if you guys have ever been to like the eye doctor, but sometimes they'll dilate your eyes where it gets like bigger. If you notice like the black part of your eye. But a dilation can either be shrinking or enlarging in size. So here we have a right triangle. Vertices are dog, D-O-G. And what this becomes is dog prime. So we have D prime, O prime, and G prime. It's shrinking there, right? Same shape, but different size. So this is not congruent. It's actually similar in this case. All right, so that's pretty much it for the front side. On the back side, it's kind of a Venn diagram, but it's a diagram where we have congruent and also similar. Anything that is congruent is also similar. So it says images that are congruent are also similar. So anything that's in this circle, you're gonna write reflection, rotation, and translation. So it's the same shape, same size, but it's also going to be similar. right? Like for, what could I kind of explain? Like for myself now and myself like 10 years younger, right? We're similar, right? I'm still the same person, but I'm a different size, right? I'm kind of, instead of being like 4 foot, 5'4", I'm now 5'7", right? I grew a little bit, but same shape though. Okay. All right, that's pretty much it for the notes. Let me know if you guys got questions. Bye.